Yeah, day of Wednesday, 22nd of May, early afternoon. I just finished put in a 1.5 inch rear lift kit on my Tri Glide. These are the factory. Basically, you're repositioning the shock mount. So for it to get an 1.5 inch lift, this geometry changes and your shock mount goes up here 1.5 inches higher than what you had. Okay. Difficulty, I won't say a solid 7. This was not an easy job. I don't have a proper full height lift of any type, much less for a Tri Glide. So I'm upside down on my back, twisted all up. And unless you have a death wish, make dang certain you got some good jack stands in new or like new condition. I use my green ones up there, picked up at Horrible Freight. They're rated at 3 ton per, so 6 ton combined. I think that's good enough. Take something to lock your front brake. I just took a tie down strap, set the brake firmly, and wrapped a strap around it and tied it off, and it didn't move. If you got air shocks, you bleed the air off your shocks, you can download instructions off of the internet. These kits go anywhere from, mine was either $59 or $79, I really don't remember. Amazon, 0 instructions, up to, I'm not even sure a Harley shop makes one, but the high-end aftermarket ones were anywhere from $259 to $319 a set. And there ain't a whole lot to them, to tell you the truth. And depending on what you get, there is a left and right. Just pay real close attention to how these things come off, so you don't swap them around. And the problem is, I was dragging my new pipes, especially when Jordan was on the back of it. If I had a dip going into any type of entranceway, I could hear the pipes drag, and we don't want to do that. This is supposed to tremendously improve handling and ride quality, because you kind of change the rake on the front a little bit just by lifting up the back end. We'll see on that. Now, like I said, part of the process is bleeding the air off your shocks, and I hooked my hand air pump to it, and I had them at 45 when I set everything up, and they bled down to 25. That was a little concerning. I'll check it again in a week. If they continue to bleed down, I've either got a leaking airline, Schrader valve, or shock or plural shocks. I hope it's not the shocks. So basically, to get the shock off, I gotta reverse everything and take all the shock mounts back off that changed the geometry and had the 1.5 inch lift. And then I can see getting to the top shock bolt. Could be an absolute nightmare. So anyway, I'll monitor it and see if I've got bad shock or shocks. I blew the seals out. I'll be going to a different style, non-air shock, just so I don't have to do this again, if that's what the problem is. Could be there is no problem, you know, who knows. I'll monitor and determine and figure out what it is. Overcast day, not supposed to rain, and Gerda's got her little mall job going on today, and she wanted me to come up there and pick her up on the Tri Glide, so might do that as long as it ain't raining. And I'm running a 12-inch windshield on this Tri Glide, and the same height on my Ultra. Top of the windshield is just above my line of sight. And everybody's saying, oh no, 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 no. Top of the windshield should be below your eyeballs. The reason being rain. The fairings don't have windshield wipers. I see their point. But I've run that same height windshield for 30 years on any full dresser I had. I prefer to deal with rain. First off, if it's raining so bad I can't see through the windshield, I'm pulling over. And I prefer to deal with a little bit of rain on the windshield than I do one of those damn green beetles nailing me between the eyeballs. That hurts. So I run my windshield just slightly above my eyeballs. Never had an issue. But I also keep it clean, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I can tell a profound difference in the distance between the exhaust pipe and the ground now. So I'm very pleased with raising the back of this motorcycle that 1.5 inch with that lift kit. Anyway, that's all for this one. Thank you.